It starts at the studs, the search at the sales, a pursuit for the perfect pedigree, projecting precocity. A winner is out there for all to see. It's in the work, it's in the action, and most importantly, it's in the attitude. The lead-ups have been run, but a Golden Slipper winner, well, there can only be one. We've chased the entire journey of those hoping to make history. Now the time has come for a winner to be crowned. Join us on Sky Racing for the Longines Golden Slipper Day.
Hello everyone, welcome to everyone joining us on Sky Thoroughbred Central for one of the most important barrier draws of the year. The $5 million Longines Golden Slipper final field was released this morning just after 10 o'clock. We have 16 runners plus one emergency, and shortly we'll be inviting representatives from each and every stable to come up here and draw their barrier from the barrels. Let's have a look at the field. If you haven't seen it at home, plenty of people here in the room, of course, have been entertained all morning with a special breakfast here in the J.R. Fleming stand. But for everyone at home, if you haven't seen the field, here it is. Little Bros, Michael D, Barber Nashrawilla, Arkansas Kid Jai McNeil, Don Corleone, Hugh Bowman, Cylinder, James McDonald, Red Resistance, Brett Preble, Shinzo Ryan Moore, King's Gambit, Mark Zara, Empire of Japan, Sam Clipperton, Learning to Fly, Chad Schofield, Platinum Jubilee is Tim Clark, Blanc de Blanc is Damien Lane, Exploring, Brent Navdalla, Lazago, Karen McAvoy still, City Regan Bayliss, Facile into the field is 16, Ryan Maloney, and Militarised, the only emergency, 16 plus 1. The market has been suspended. Glenn Munzer will update that market for us post-barrier draw. But first, I'd like to welcome to the stage James Ross, ATC Executive General Manager of Racing and Wagering of the Australian Turf Club.
Thank you, Greg, and good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Australian Turf Club Chairman Peter McGauran, ATC Directors and ATC CEO Jamie Barclay, it is great pleasure to welcome you to one of the world's best racecourses, Rosehill Gardens. This Saturday we'll witness the biggest day of Group 1 racing in Australia, with 5 Group 1 races, including the race that every owner, trainer, jockey and strapper first dreams of winning, the Longines Golden Slipper. Thanks to the support of our partners Racing New South Wales, the 67th Longines Golden Slipper will be worth $5 million this year, ensuring that it once again stands on a pedestal as the race our industry is shaped on. And in so many ways, it's a life-changing event for everyone involved with the winner. To that end, we welcome and thank our long-standing partner Longines, who are amongst international racing's most prestigious and recognised brands, and the Australian Turf Club is proud to continue our long association. We also thank and welcome Chairman of Stewards at Racing New South Wales, Mr Steve Railton, for officiating today, and along with all the Australian Turf Club sponsors, members, owners, trainers, members of the media and guests. Each renewal of this race sets a new record, and this year, for the first time in our history, we'll have 3 winners of the Longines World's Best Jockey Award taking part, with James McDonald, Hugh Bowman and Ryan Moore. The best way to witness all of the action is live on track, and after the world-class racing is finished, we'll conclude with one of Australia's world-renowned DJs, Panau, live in concert at Rosehill Gardens. Welcome again, everyone. It's time to start the barrier draw for the Longines Golden Slipper, and we wish everyone good luck today and on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, James. So how this is going to work, we have our representatives all lined up at the side of the stage. Out of Tom Moxon's barrel will come the saddlecloth number, and out of this barrel we'll invite the representatives to draw their barrier from Steve Railton's barrier. So let's get things underway. We're all set. First horse out of the barrel will be the first horse drawn. It is horse number 1, Little Bros, Michael D, Ben and JD Hayes. Lily Miller is going to come up and draw the barrier. Ben and JD Hayes, their grandfather Colin won the Golden Slipper with Rory's Jester, and their father, David, with Miss Finland. They're trying to become the third generation. And Michael D, the hot jockey, on board. This is horse number 1, and here comes the barrier. 5. Barrier 5 for Little Bros, the Blue Diamond winner. Next horse out, horse 11, Platinum Jubilee. Tim Clark, Gay Waterhouse, Adrian Bott. Steve O'Connor is going to come up and draw. Gay, of course, has won 7 slippers. Adrian won alongside Gay with Farnan. And this is Platinum Jubilee, the Jim Crack winner. 11. Horse 11 draws barrier 11. Horse 14, Lazargo. Karen McAvoy, Chris Waller. Owner Debbie Kapitas will come up and draw the barrier for number 14, Lazargo, the winner of the Sweet Embrace Stakes. Chris Waller looking for his first slipper. McAvoy, of course, has been successful on Sepoy. Barrier 10. Gate 10 for Lazargo. The next horse. Horse 16, Facile. Ryan Maloney, Gerald Ryan and Sterling Alexio. Sally Williams is going to come up and draw the barrier for the filly. Horse number 16, Facile. Barrier 14, gate 14. So 3 of the fillies have drawn 11, 10 and 14. Horse 6, Red Resistance. Another one for Gay and Adrian. Brett Preble to ride. He won it on Crystal Lily. The winner of the Canonbury, Morgan Morris, to the stage. Red Resistance has come up with 17. The speedy Red Resistance will come from the outside barrier. It will actually jump from 16 no matter what. Horse number 7 is Shinzo. Into the field, courtesy of his win in the Pago last Saturday. Ryan Moore jets in to ride. Chris Waller trains. John Ingham is going to draw on behalf of the ownership group. Shinzo's got barrier 1. So Red Resistance in 17, Shinzo in 1. Outside and inside. Horse 2, Barber. Godolphin, Nash Rawilla. Successful on Piero years ago. James Cummings, a winner with Kiamichi. Jason Walsh for Godolphin will draw Barber's barrier 8. Barrier 8 for the Golden Gift winner Barber. So here is the next horse. 13, Exploring. Brent Navdullah rides, a 2-time Golden Slipper winning jockey, James Cummings, and Jason Walsh is just going to do a lap and come back up. How was your trip? Exploring, 9. So they're right beside each other. Barber and Exploring. Exploring draws barrier number 9. Horse 17, the Emergency. Militarise. Rosemary Muller is going to come up and draw the barrier for Militarise, the first Emergency, not in the field, but we do draw its barrier. 16. Barrier 16. Horse 4, Don Corleone. Hugh Bowman jets in to ride. Peter and Paul Snowden. Huey, of course, a victory on Farnan. Matthew Sandblom is going to come up and draw. Peter and Paul Snowden, winner of 2 slippers. Bowman 1. Here's Don Corleone. 6. 6 for Don. Horse 3, Arkansas Kid, Blue Diamond Place Getter. Another one for Ben and J.D. Hayes. Jai McNeil comes up to ride. Philippa Duncan is going to draw the barrier for Arkansas Kid. Horse number 3. Barrier 13 for Arkansas Kid. Horse 9, Empire of Japan, the Breeders' Plate winner. Sam Clipperton will ride for the Snowdens. Nick Vass, one of the part owners of Empire of Japan, the Breeders' Plate winner. Here is Empire of Japan's barrier. Gate 2. Barrier 2. Horse 10, Learning to Fly. Tom Magnier is going to come up and draw the barrier for Learning to Fly, a one-time favourite, unbeaten, the only unbeaten runner in this year's slipper. Annabelle Neesham, the trainer. What barrier? 4. Gate 4 for Learning to Fly. Unbeaten to this point. The others to go unbeaten and win the slipper, Piero, Vancouver and Sebring in the last 20 years. Horse 5, Cylinder. Here is the favourite, the Silver Slipper and Todman winner. James McDonald is free to ride. James Cummings, Jason Walsh. Here is the favourite's barrier. Barrier 3. Barrier 3. Learning to Fly draws 4. Cylinder draws 3. Horse 15, Steel City, worked her way into the field with the Magic Night win last Saturday afternoon. Regan Bayliss for Kieran Maher and David Eustace. Jared Magnabosco is going to come up and draw the barrier for Steel City. 15. 15 for Steel City. We've got 2 to go. Horse 12, Blanc de Blanc. Scraping into the field, Damien Lane, a slipper-winning rider. Michael Freedman, a slipper-winning trainer. James Harron to draw the barrier for Blanc de Blanc. 12. Barrier 12. So we'll get Gavin Murphy to come to the stage because number 8 is the last horse out, King's Gambit, Mark Zara, Peter and Paul Snowden to make it official and pull out the last marble that's in the barrel, and it is 7 to make it official. So here is the list down the board. It's made things very interesting. Little Bros, barrier 5, Barber in 8, Arkansas Kid in 13, Don Corleone 6, Cylinder in 3, the favourite. Red Resistance, the speed, out in 17, which will become 16 if we take into account militarise the emergency not running or any scratchings. It will start from the outside no matter what. Shinzo 1, King's Gambit 7, Empire of Japan 2, Learning to Fly 4, Platinum Jubilee in 11, Blanc de Blanc in 12, Exploring 9, Lizago 10, Steel City 15, Fasal 14, and the Lone Emergency militarise in 16. OK, let's go over to Ray Thomas. I think he's with Jason Walsh over there to talk about the Godolphin runners. They've got to be very, very happy with their display this morning.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Jason, thanks for joining us. All inside 10 perfect barriers.
Yeah, that's a pleasing start. The rest is up to our riders now, but, you know, coming here today, we would have taken that, no doubt.
Cylinder in gate 3, he's shown in his 2 wins this prep. He's got the speed to take advantage of that gate. I dare say you'd like to get a nice spot, say 4th or 5th with cover?
Yeah, look, he's a versatile horse and we'll leave where he is in running up to James, obviously, when the gates open. Be a bit of work put into how the race shapes, and you know, he arrives here in great order, and that gives him a draw that should see him get every chance.
Barber's done it from the front and from the back. He's drawn gate 8. Exploring's very fast. She's in 9. Where do you think those two will settle?
Yeah, as you say, Exploring's shown herself to be very capable of settling handy, and from middle draw, there's no reason she can't be in the first few again. And Barber, you know, just a question of where he begins. We kind of felt that he disappointed in the Blue Diamond without that sort of clear running, so I dare say we'd be looking for that up the home straight as well.
Final word on the Godolphins trio?
Yeah, we're very pleased with them. James couldn't have been happier with them this morning at Osborne Park. They prepare well, and they'll all give a great sight.
Best of luck, Jason.
Thanks, Ray.
OK, so the barriers for Godolphin. Barrier 8 for Barber, barrier 3 for Cylinder, and barrier 9 for Exploring. Learning to Fly for Annabelle Neesham, a one-time favourite, the top-rated filly, unbeaten, Barrier 4, Ray.
Yeah, Annabelle, I was watching you. You were hoping for 3, but 4's okay.
Yeah, we'll take 4. Tom was telling me beforehand that he was no good at barrier draws. So anyway, I think his luck's changed today.
We've seen her win from the front. We've seen her settle on speed and win. We've seen her come from last and win. Where would you like to see Learning to Fly settle on Saturday?
Oh, look, sort of without going through it in detail, I think the main thing is just to let her be where she's comfortable. And look, they win from all barriers, but it just helps having that lowish draw. Usually helps you do less work to get into a spot that you want to be in. So, look, it's by no means over yet. Still a long way to go, but just having that nice, sort of more straightforward draw does make it look a bit easier, and it looks like there's quite a lot of pressure out wide.
Cylinder's drawn just inside you. He's the favourite. Is he the horse to beat?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, James goes to church every Sunday. I think I might start doing that because he seems to always draw nice barriers. But look, I think there's a number of horses. I thought Red Resistance, he's going to improve off that run the other day. There's loads of good fillies. Cylinder, yeah, he obviously looks, the way he won the other day was very impressive. So it's a very open race. And I certainly still don't think I'd swap my filly for anything else.
She's the only unbeaten horse in this year's Golden Slipper Field. Best of luck on Saturday, Annabelle.
Thank you very much.
OK, Learning to Fly, Barrier 4. Chad Schofield yet to win a Golden Slipper. Annabelle, of course, looking for her first as well. And so Coolmore with 2 runners, Learning to Fly and also Shinzo. Henry Field's got a big say in this year's Golden Slipper, Ray, with a number of entrance.
He's got 5 runners, including the Emergency Militarise, and we'll start with Don Corleone's drawn gate 6. It was a ripper of a run, the Blue Diamond.
Yeah, lovely soft gate for him. Hugh Bowman riding him. He'll be very, very strong late, and Peter and Paul have been delighted how he's come back from Melbourne. They speak incredibly highly of how he's come back and how he's thrived since the Diamond. So he's a real smoky, that horse.
Red Resistance's best asset's his speed. You're going to have to use it from out there.
Well, I was actually sitting with Adrian Bott when the gate came through, and he said, "We're going to stick to the plan and go forward." Yeah. So, I think he's a very, very fast horse, massive cruising speed, and he's going to put a lot of speed on. And I think that horse is going to be giving Sir Owen Glennon a great shout the whole way, because he'll jump, he'll position, he'll be very fast, and I think he'll be very hard to run down Red Resistance.
King's Gambit was the one-time Golden Slipper favourite. He's been beaten 2 runs this prep, but he did try like Farlap the other day. How is he? Yeah,
very, very talented horse. Can overdo it a bit in his races. Get his mouth open. Mark Zahra had him just beautifully relaxed in his trial the other day, and it was imperative he drew softly. Mark Zahra's beautiful hands, plus a horse with a soft draw. I think he puts himself right into the race.
Empire of Japan from gate 2 is probably going to get back. What do you make of that gate?
Yeah, I think he'll just be back in the field and try and I assume Sam will ride him for luck. But we're very pleased with all the gates in the race, and it's interesting. Most of the favourites have drawn soft, and I think that it makes for a very, very competitive Golden Slipper.
And just the Emergency Militarise, you're rolling the dice there, hoping to get a run?
Yeah, I think if he gets a run and Chris is keen to run him, it's a lovely race. The sires would probably be his main target, but most sires winners have come through the Slipper. So if he was to get a run, certainly I'm sure we'd be keen to run him.
Who's the horse to beat, Henry?
I think Cylinder is definitely the horse to beat. I think the Colts form's very strong, but I do genuinely feel that Red Resistance will give the ownership, Sir Owen Glenn and his crew, a shout for a very, very long time. He's a very fit and very fast racehorse.
5 Colts in the Golden Slipper. Best of luck, Henry.
Thank you, Ray.
OK, thank you, Henry Field. And now Adrian Bott's going to come over. Let's have a listen to what Adrian thinks and says about Platinum Jubilee in 11 and Red Resistance in the outside gate.
Let's start with Red Resistance. So, look, he's got tremendous speed, hasn't he? Do you just use that?
Yeah, look, I think that'll be no surprise to anyone, out wide certainly probably forced your hand a little bit, but from whatever draw we were going to be in, it would have adopted very similar tactics. So, it looked to be very positive. Roll forward from there, and that's his pattern. He's got that great speed. So hopefully we can utilise that to the best of his ability on the weekend.
There's 5 weeks between runs before his defeat last start to Cylinder. There's definite improvement in Red Resistance.
Yeah, most certainly. There was a good tough run there the other day, and a nice nice hit out that he needed coming to this race. So yeah, I just think that time between races, the pressure was on a long way from home there the other day as well. So it set up really well for him. As I said, that's sort of the prep that we needed to get him here to be peaking on Saturday.
Talking to Gay yesterday, she described Platinum Jubilee as a forgotten horse in this field. I think she's right. She's been in a lot of the big races. She's been competitive, Magic Millions, Silver Slippers, etc. And she's at $21, Adrian.
Yeah, look, now I think that's certainly very, very fair comment. Been pleased with her. She's hardly put a foot wrong, throughout her career, and been very, very consistent, going there in good shape. I thought she trialled very well, coming through the right form lines through the Silver Slipper. I thought she's drawn well also. She'll look to be positive, put herself, certainly there and put herself in the race. She gets the blinkers on, which I think will naturally help that. She travels very well in them, and it just helps her remain that little bit more focused. So, she's versatile, very, very genuine, and going there in good shape.
Outside of your two, who's the horse to beat?
Oh, look, obviously Cylinder. He's knocked off both our chances in their respective sort of lead-up races. So, a lot of respect for him. I think he's a very, very talented horse. Taking the line through our two horses, I know how good he is. So, yeah, he's the one to beat.
Best of luck on Saturday, Adrian.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Adrian. Paul Snowden's going to come over now with his father, Peter. Wins with Sepoy and Capitalist. Don Corleone in 6, King's Gambit in 7, Empire of Japan in 2, Ray.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Paul. We'll start with Don Corleone. We're just talking to Henry Field. He was the unlucky runner in the Blue Diamond. How is he since, and what do you make of Gate 6?
Yeah, look, I think the first time really we've competed in the slipper with multiple runners. We've drawn inside 10, so it's a bit of a relief. Like you say, Don Corleone, he's certainly travelled back in good order from Melbourne, slotted straight back into our system here, and more probably, if anything, it's toughened him up a little bit. He's grown up in himself, and look, his work this morning was exceptional, so very happy with him.
King's Gambit's come right back into favour after what was an outstanding trial. He'll get the tempo he needs. He'll probably get the run he needs now from Gate 7. Where is he at?
Really, I'm very happy with him. His work this morning, again, was great. Couldn't be more happy with how they presented this morning and why they handled themselves. But this bloke, we sort of identified we didn't have to take that opportunity to run a fortnight ago and had the luxury of trialling him again and just to get him there to the best way we can and produce on the day. So I don't think that mindset has not changed. We desperately wanted to draw a lower gate for him where he can take advantage of that stalking speed and really go through his gear. So hopefully he gets that opportunity on the weekend.
And Empire of Japan was outstanding on debut in the Breeders' Plate. Not a lot has gone right for him since, and not sure about Gate 2. What's your thoughts, Paul?
That's better than 12. Look, he's a horse that I think off the back of his last up run, you could suggest that his run come to an end late in that piece, and I think he's taken great benefit from it. Again, his work was great this morning, and he's a horse that's probably fallen away a little bit as far as people's mindsets go, but I think he's off the good draw. It certainly enhances his chances on the weekend. 3 terrific colts, all great chances, but who's the horse to beat outside your 3, Paul? Look, I think you've got to respect all the form, obviously the lead up into Saturday, but the way the filly's drawn and obviously Cylinder learning to fly and Cylinder, they're probably the benchmark horses this preparation as far as the 2-year-old season goes, and I don't think that's going to change leading into the weekend, but it certainly gives us a little bit of a few horses to have in our sights late, and hopefully we can be a little bit too good.
Best of luck on Saturday, Paul.
Thank you.
Okay, so there are our interviews post-draw. We'll get Glenn Munsey up now to have a look at the market, what has changed, if anything. The Longines Golden Slipper to be run here is race number 8 on the 10-race program, one of 5 Group 1s. The start time for the slipper will be at 4:45 on Saturday. Here's the market.
Well, good morning, everyone. The market has changed and it's been all over the place. The field coming up a little late this morning, so this market's been up since around about 11:15 and was open right through the draw. The favourite is still the favourite in Cylinder, but it was a $4 chance prior to the draw, is now at $3.50. And on the second line of betting, we have Learning to Fly, who was as much as $7 prior to the draw, is back into a $6 chance now, which it was earlier this morning before the field was declared. We've only got 2 other runners in single figures now. King's Gambit, who was as short as $7 this morning, is out to $8. Shinzo, who was as much as $11 this morning, is now into single figures as a $9 chance. The two drifters who were single-figure odds this morning, Steel City was as short as $8, was as short as $7 yesterday actually, is out to $11 now, having drawn barrier 15. The other drifter is Red Resistance, drawing barrier 17. Well, it'll be 16 with a scratching. It was as short as $9 earlier today. It's out to $11. Don Corleone stays as a $13 chance. The $21 chances are Little Bros and also Platinum Jubilee. $26 for Barber, unchanged there. We've got $34 for Lazago, out from, well, the shortest $21 yesterday, 26 early today, now 34. Facile, or Facile, Philippe Vigoureau told me it's the correct pronunciation for it. 26 out to $34. At $51, we have Blanc de Blanc. She may draw a barrier in her next life. She hasn't drawn any. Well, she did draw a barrier 2 in a field of 4 at Newcastle, but she hasn't drawn a barrier since then. Is out to $51 from $34. And we've got Arkansas Kid, as short as $41 yesterday, 51 earlier today, is now $71. Sorry, Empire of Japan, I missed it. Sorry, it was as much as $101. It's into $51, and the Emergency Militarise is 100-to-1 chance. If I've missed any, sorry, Exploring, I knew I'd miss one. It's a $71 chance unchanged. So that market open now at tab.com.au, of course, as are 8 of the other races on Saturday, all in on a 10-race card here, and plenty of betting to be done between now and then, Greg, and I think we're lucky we're at Rose Hill. I think we'd be getting a lot more rain if we're sitting at Randwick at the moment.
Thank you, Glenn. Well, that concludes our barrier draw this morning. What a great race it's going to be. 5 Group 1s on the program, 10 races. Golden Slipper to start at 4:45, and if you can't be here at Rose Hill, you'll see it all on Sky Thoroughbred Central. Thanks for joining us here at Rose Hill.